Think we're live. Alright, what's up, people? It's Terminator Juice. And I actually went legit without seeing a single thing from this event. I haven't even seen if people saying it was good or bad. I've literally been off the internet all day while I was at work. And didn't check Twitter. Wasn't on Discord, Hangouts, nothing. I had Terrell send me the link to this, and I got it to this screen, and this is all I've seen. So this thing could be the most embarrassing, biggest disaster in gaming history, or it could be the best, showcase of games for a new system in that we've ever seen. I honestly have no idea. So it's going to be interesting. Well, I'll wait for a few more people to get in here. Maybe I'll just give some quick predictions, I guess, or expectations, hopes. So the number one thing I hope to see for every game is captured on Xbox Series X. I really think that was the biggest fumble of the what was supposedly the first reveal of Xbox Series X gameplay, but it was all what did they call it? What the hell did they call that? Expected Xbox Series X gameplay. So it was run on PC. So, and if you're watching, say something in the chat. I want to make sure the chat's working, and then it's showing up on screen because I had to quickly throw together this OBS setup because I hadn't done. I hadn't set it up for green screen and chat and all that. Well, I have the chat on the main one, but I haven't set it up. I hadn't had it set up because I installed Windows and lost all my OBS settings. So if somebody can say, I can actually put a test in here. And I didn't want to go online to promote that I was doing a video because I didn't want to see anything. So there, okay, shows up. All right, so number one, captured from Xbox Series X. What's up, TriLink? I think that needs to be the number one priority. We don't need no PC expected footage. We need it running on a Series X. We need actual gameplay, which I did hear one thing from Robert, I think it was the other day, that they were going to showcase 10 minutes of Halo Infinite gameplay. So obviously, unless that was just a leak or rumor, I kind of think seems pretty legit though. And I want to see gameplay. I don't want to see cinematics. Let's go up to 1440p. They've already got Sony beat because this is a 4K 60 frames per second stream, where Sony's was 1080p 30 for the PS5. All right. I think they're going to have some revivals of some long dormant franchises. I really do believe they're going to have some wow, at least two big wow moments. Oh really, they did that, or they got that game, or that game's now exclusive, or something, something along those lines. I think there'd be at least two of those moments. Unfortunately, I think there's gonna be a lot of third party, just multi-plat stuff, because that's what Microsoft always does with their E3s. But I don't want to see cinematics or pre-rendered, or I want to see gameplay. That's the number one thing after it actually being captured from the Xbox Series X. So I figured, should we get started? What else can I say? Oh, the presentation. I don't want it to be like the last one where it's just people on webcams. They need some production value. They need something that like Sony's was spot on with the production value, I felt. Do something better than people on the damn screen. Yeah, I haven't seen a single thing, man. Not even in the Juices Loose crew. I have no idea if people liked it, if they didn't. I just know that it's 57 minutes, and that's all I know. But yeah, let's just get this started, and anybody that jumps in later, or they can watch it on the replay. So See the audio. Let me know if the audio, because I don't want it to be too loud. I don't really want the presentation audio to be super loud. Oh, I expect Hellblade 2. I expect to see that game. Is that a Psychonauts? Let me just check the 1440p. Xbox Game Showcase. Alright, let's go. I'll make the chat a little bit smaller. Are they just going to kick off right with games, or is Phil? Feeling like this is Halo, and my webcam just went all blurry. Is this the new logo, or is this Halo? Yeah, and anybody that's just joining, I have not seen any of this yet, so don't put anything in the chat. I feel like this has to be Halo. I mean, that's pretty big production going on here.
The Mjolnir exosuit is now complete.
Yeah, that's for sure.
Even though
Yep.
this technology will
What's
save
Cortana gonna look
humanity
like
from war to come.
with 12 teraflops?
I must remind myself.
And I haven't really enjoyed Halo games much. I think the first one's a bit overrated.
Titanium alloy cannot prevail
And
in the face of
3
extinction.
was, I couldn't make it through. And then that's all I actually played.
Cannot hope.
To be honest, not a big Halo guy, but I hope it's a good game. Halo 4 has great art style. I
It
kind of
all
hope to
means
see
nothing.
some awesome art style, art direction,
Step inside.
amazing visuals. That's the other thing. I expect to be wowed by Halo Infinite. Gameplay, you know, everything together. Alright, so this is the main menu. Nice. Looks clean. And like I said in the past, some of the benefits of these new consoles aren't going to be visible if you're not on a 4K HDR TV. And it's just a fact. I mean, it's... Because going to the higher resolution is definitely going to cut into what's potential visually. The environment so far, that didn't impress me, but character model detail looks pretty good. What was in? There was terrible stuttering.
You? I can't stand this. Who you are? Breathe. No. You don't get to tell me what to do. You don't get to tell me anything. We're... Are you even listening?
I count 3 anti-aircraft cannons.
3 what?
You'll be safe here.
Oh, I'll be safe. Safe? I haven't been safe since I found you. I found you, remember? You were out there on your own, and you'd still be out there.
So I don't know anything about the story of Halo 5 or 4.
There won't be a home if we don't stop.
So I don't know if this is just a
Keep saying
continuation
that. We're outgunned, outnumbered.
of the storyline, or is this kind of a
I
new
saw condors over there.
reboot?
To dig through them and find one with
I
the
actually have
working
no idea.
space drive. And when you're done with this war, we'll get away from here. Far away.
I mean, in-game cinematics are definitely impressive for character models.
Let me see what I can find.
Cannons first. When I get back, we can look. Together.
Okay, big guy.
Alright. Definitely staying to the Halo, aesthetic. It definitely looks like a Halo game. Nice and clean, though. 60 FPS for sure. It's almost like a really it's almost like cell shaded, photorealistic cell shaded kind of look to it. Just that's the impression I'm getting right now. It doesn't look like the Last of Us Part 2 trying to make grass look real. This just has a nice, it's almost like what Breath of the Wild kind of looks like in higher res, the grass anyway. Definitely a big open area. A little 3D map, that's cool. And I'm guessing that's actual, how quick goes from map back to. But it's definitely not doing anything out of the ordinary for a Halo game. It's definitely not a revolution as far as gameplay. But, you know, the purists are going to be happy that it's more Halo and not some revolutionary new take. This would be a game I would play on Game Pass if I get a free trial or something, but I probably wouldn't buy it. But it's gameplay, and I'm like, I mean, that's good. Game looks good. I mean, it doesn't look like something that could be done on the Xbox One X, to be honest. But yeah, it definitely has a cell shaded look to it. It's unique. Played all the Halos until Halo Reach with my friend. I saw a tiny bit of 4, but that's it, so I'm totally lost. Yeah, I'm guessing this is a continuation then. I wonder if the Xbox diehards are see this art style like, oh, that looks cartoony, it doesn't look real. Or are they like, suddenly this type of art style looks good because it's on the Series X. Be curious to see the Dude Bros reactions. That's why on the Juice Loose podcast too, I was kind of I was pretty excited about the DualSense controller for the PS5 because what I'm seeing here is, you know, definitely twin stick controls, and you know, while it's serviceable, not having gyro controls to me or any kind of like innovations on the controller are kind of definitely a bummer. But you know, for a lot of casual gamers, you know, that play the popular stuff, they don't want innovations anyway. But let's see, looks better, but I'm not sure I'd pay $500 for this, honestly. I might just stick with the Xbox VHS so the Series X gets a price cut. Yeah, it'll be interesting to see the comparison to the base Xbox, to the Xbox One X. And I don't care what Phil Spencer says, having to make the game work for the original Xbox One is going to hold back on some level. Yeah, you can put all this post-processing effects, ray tracing, 4K 60 or 4K 120 or 1080 120, but it doesn't matter. The core game can't be changed. Just like PC game, yeah, you can run it on a low card, and then if you get a 1080 or 2080 Ti, it looks great. But at the same time, there's only one PC game out there that actually requires you have a solid state, so they can't even make the game around the technology, you know. And there's same with graphics cards, they have to make it run on a wide range. And how's the audio of the game? It's not too loud. Or the video audio, is it okay? I don't want it to be drowning me out.
We fight to
It's loud, really loud in my ear.
the will of Atriox.
But yeah, definitely like Malik. This does not sold me on a Series X. This,
Weary. Lost.
yeah, Halo Infinite. Every Xbox game, Microsoft Studios game, is going to be playable on the original Xbox to the Series X with one disc. You don't have to buy a Series X version.
My last
It's just one disc. You put it in and it plays.
test of legends. Our story will open.
I have no idea who this guy is.
Set a fire in your heart, Spartan.
To show Cortana, that's what I want to see.
Your fangs. Fight hard. Die well.
Yeah, that definitely didn't blow me away. See, they didn't even specify if that was Windows PC or Series X either.
We hope you enjoyed your first look at Halo Infinite's campaign. I'm incredibly proud of the team at 343, and we're thrilled to share a hint of the epic battles that await you on the next chapter.
So that
of
didn't
Master
look
Chief's
epic
journey.
at all. Like,
This is
I
the
think
most
I'm-
ambitious campaign we've
I
ever
think
created
it's just
at 343.
spoiled by Doom and Doom
For the
Eternal.
first time, players will have the freedom to explore a mysterious new Halo ring,
And I really
several
think
times larger than our last two.
that
Halo games
Metroid
combined.
Prime 4 is going to suffer the
Halo
same
Infinite
fate.
has been built from the ground up to take full advantage of Xbox Series X. Bigger battles, epic vistas, more complex visual effects, displayed with 10 times the processing power per pixel of Halo 5. This will be running at a flawless 60 frames per second and will allow us to bring the Halo ring to life in ways that have never been possible before. We look forward to sharing even more about Halo
As I was
Infinite in
saying,
the coming
is
months, including
after
the first look at multiplayer.
Frenetic,
Now, please enjoy a
non-stop
glimpse of
action,
what others in the Xbox
awesome-
Game Studios family have been working on.
awesome platforming and jumping mechanics
World
of
premiere.
Doom Eternal. It's going to be really hard for another first-person shooter to wow me. All right, so what do we got here? I swear I've seen that character and this before. Wasn't this in the PlayStation 5 event? I've seen this before, I know it. Oh, this is an alien? Did I say Wayland? No, that can't be right. Wonder if they made it for the X1 and then just added effects. It says it was built for the Series X, but see, this is the kind of stuff I was talking about. I don't need to see like bullshit CGI. Oh Jesus. State of Decay 2 is a laughing stock of the fucking Xbox One. That game looked like absolute trash. Hopefully there's less of that CGI to announce a game, because that would really hurt the show for me.
Welcome everyone to the Xbox Game Showcase. Today, we're showing games from 9 of our 15 Xbox Game Studios, including unveils
I'm looking forward to
5 new first-party games.
that other rare
What
one
you will
to
see
see more
today
footage.
is how Xbox Game Studios are harnessing their passions to bring their dreams to life. We believe that how you find and play your games is as important as the device you play them on. Xbox Game Pass is the best way to discover and play, and we want you to be able to experience as many great games as possible. So Game Pass members, you can play every game you see today.
Yeah, that one
from your
did say
subscription
Series
or free to
X. It did
These
say
games
Xbox
will
One.
look
State of
and
Decay, because
play
it's probably
best
3 years
on
away.
Xbox Series X, delivering unmatched fidelity performance, precision, and immersion. And we've designed the most consistently powerful next-generation console. And we've built state-of-the-art platform technology to allow every developer to realize their full vision. One studio that has always pushed the limits of our hardware is Turn 10. And they're early in development on the next Forza Motorsport. And Xbox Series X is bringing them closer to their dream of unprecedented realism.
So it's
with
early
ray
in
tracing
development.
and native 4K resolution.
They haven't made one since
all
what,
at 60
2017?
frames per second. The trailer you're about to see was captured completely in engine.
So it's not gameplay.
World premiere.
Wonder when it's gonna come out then if it's early. Captured in engine. That, I mean, you could make Switch games in engine look amazing. I don't really care about Forza Motorsports now. Forza Horizon 5. Now that's the day I really would need to have an Xbox Series X if I don't already have one. You know, Digital Foundry's gonna have a field day with all these footage. See, that says Series X and PC, so not Xbox One. PS5 and Series X looks like systems I don't need to be bought until 2 to 3 years into their lives. Yeah, nothing wrong with that. This game now, we saw a little bit of it, and I got kind of called out because I said,
Our world has a rhythm.
imagine when Nintendo has
We all
this
sense
level
it.
of power, how good their games are look. And I got
But only
laughed
a
at.
few
And I'm like,
truly feel it.
seriously? That looks way better than what we've seen before.
It is found in the smallest moments.
Like, yeah, Nintendo can make beautiful games on the
In every
Switch.
step of a
But
perilous journey.
what happens, what's Breath of the Wild or Zelda
The
gonna look
symmetry
like
of ritual.
when it has this level of power? What's up, Lightning?
In the bonds we share.
You know, I mean, if Rare, which isn't the Rare that they used to be anymore, can make a beautiful looking game, then
And in
just imagine
moments of stillness.
what the Zelda team could do. That's all I'm saying. This looks absolutely stunning, but what's the
It
gameplay?
teaches us to look beyond the expected. To be a light in dark places. To seek answers. And to stand watch over our world.
Yeah, I mean, I absolutely love the art
Our
direction going on
world
here.
Has a rhythm.
Reminds me of Princess Mononoke if that was like in 3D instead of hand-drawn.
But only a few truly feel it.
I don't know if I said that right, if I said Mononoke, or if I said Mononoke like I used to, but Mononoke. Just show some gameplay though. If you don't show gameplay, I'd be pretty bummed. Yep. I mean, good art style.
Everwild will give to you a magical and untamed natural world for you to explore and to just truly lose yourself in. It's a place to be eternal. And Eternal has the gift to sense and feel how magic flows through nature.
So show some damn
and connects
gameplay.
every living thing. The team here at Rare are so excited to be working on something like Everwild. And I hope you're excited too. But I just want to take this opportunity to say a massive, massive thank you to everyone who's shown their
Lightning, just keep it
support
positive, man.
and love, and for the incredible, awesome, positive community that's already growing around this game. Thank you, thank you, thank you.
Just here to give some impressions and hopefully see some
I just got hit with a flood of memories.
some good games so far.
You see
Not
what
really
I'm saying?
delivering, to be honest.
Allison?
Yeah. It doesn't matter.
That definitely
They
looks
don't
like
believe us.
the end game.
We all believed that what happened that night was self-defense. But we couldn't be sure.
It doesn't matter that they kept us apart.
But they're doing the same shit they did on the previous one.
It doesn't matter that finding the truth.
We have to guess what type of game it is or what the gameplay is going to be. Like, system comes out, what,
We're all
4
done with fairy
months?
tales.
The only thing that matters is you're my brother. And the
I mean,
only way to
should
move
be
forward
we should be getting a little more gameplay
keep looking
demos.
We've been getting these visions whenever we see or hear something really emotional.
This seems like one of those
Everything we
like
thought
Detroit
we knew about
Becoming
Mary just
Human
got thrown
type
out the window.
games.
She
But it looks like a
loved
new
you. She
IP.
attacked you. We both saw it.
I thought coming here would be closing a chapter of our lives.
This isn't what you show when you're showcasing your new system.
Nothing good comes from stirring up old memories.
I feel like jumping ahead.
We don't really have a choice about that.
There's always a choice, son.
I can't do this. Stop!
Available August 27th, and you're not even going to show us the gameplay? Like, there's Ori. What are they going to say about the Series X version?
Everyone. My name is Gennady. I'm the co-founder and director of technology at Moon Studios.
Definitely
Today,
replay
we're
it.
very excited to tell you that we're working on a very, very special version of Ori and the Will of the Wisps, specifically for Xbox Series X. We're now at a time where we can reach levels of fidelity and frame rates previously absolutely impossible on any console. An already gorgeous game like Ori can now run at 120 Hz refresh rate in full 4K
That'll be
HDR
nice on my
in its
TV.
highest quality, delivering unprecedented game feel with silky smooth animation, super crisp, sharp image, and low input latency, which is just so important for the tight and precise platforming feel of this game. We can also boost the immersion in different spaces in our world by using premium audio tech that we previously just could not simulate in real time.
That's what
And
I
with
want.
all of this crazy hardware power, we can give our players more options with how they want to play our game. We can't wait for all of you to experience this very special version of Ori coming to Xbox Series X with smart delivery later this year.
Now, is it just gonna upgrade automatically for me? They didn't make that very clear because I already bought the game. I would hope so. But I'd love to play it at native 4K 120 frames per second on my OLED. Is this Outer Worlds?
From the furthest reaches of the universe comes the biggest mystery in the galaxy.
An abandoned research facility, and now shady corporate intrigue.
Marvel of the Gorgon asteroid.
Looks like the Switch version.
A sordid stopover.
Just kidding.
Full of salacious secrets and scandalous strangers.
Greetings, attractive patron. You are looking downright unlawful today.
With the right kind of case,
They wanted us to develop a miracle drug.
can put you on the wrong side of a gun.
Looks like some
Or
good
sword.
lighting effects.
Or this thing. Thrills.
I definitely disagree with the people saying that Outer Worlds isn't
A
that
word of advice
demanding.
before you go, Captain. Trust no one.
I think it's a little bit more demanding than people think.
What will you find on Gorgon?
Smart delivery means you get it automatically. I mean, that's what... Unless they release a director's cut like they did the first game where it's a separate purchase on Ori. So the smart delivery could mean you buy the definitive edition and you get it for whatever system.
For the biggest game of the year. Then wait for Cyberpunk. But if you're ready for
This, I think this is gonna be like a Fortnite like game. Like, exactly, right there.
From Obsidian,
I think they're hoping to get.
Of games that are nothing like this one.
I think they're really hoping to get that Fortnite audience to come try a game like this.
Strive together.
Because it's what, 4? Is it 4 on 4?
Or just
4-player cooperative survival.
And go solo.
X-Men or Xbox had Pikmin 4, yeah. This is, I mean, definitely they're going for that online, probably season pass or seasons where you microtransaction type stuff. That's what I feel this game's gonna be. I've never really looked at any previews or anything, but
at Obsidian, we're dedicated to pushing narrative and role-playing games. It's something we
World premiere.
I'm gonna skip some stuff. I'm already getting a little bored.
We have always known war.
So this is Obsidian's big game they're making. A lot of people said they were making Fable. A lot of the rumors and stuff.
It forged our empire.
Age of Empire.
Turned heroes into queens and kings. And decimated our foes.
Got a supernatural element.
Now our oaths are lost.
Got a Lord of the Rings kind of feel there.
And you must face the monsters our sins have borne.
Yeah, I think that's true, Lightning. They thought that they had the Donkey Kong.
Worth the weight of a crown.
Well, they're definitely not working on Fable. I mean, that's an intriguing non-gameplay trailer, but at the same time, we're getting a lot. Why is my face all? I'm disappearing. It's too much green on the screen.
Avowed is an expansive first-person RPG.
We're getting way too much
When Obsidian Entertainment joined
non-gameplay
Xbox Studios, they told us that this epic game is the one they want to make. As creators of critically acclaimed RPGs, this is Obsidian at their best, and it is being built from the ground up to take full advantage of the power of Xbox Series X. At Xbox Game Studios, we also work with independent developers, always with the goal of empowering them to bring their ideas to life. I'm excited to announce our work with Interior Night, a new studio led by some of the most talented storytellers in our industry. Let's meet Caroline Marshall, studio head of Interior Night, to debut their original game.
Bonjour, I'm Caroline from Interior Night. Our team is really passionate
They're gonna show the
about
game.
interactive storytelling.
I don't care about interactive stories. I'm skipping it. Sorry, guys.
Here at Ninja Theory, we're hard at work on all of our projects, including Senua's Saga Hellblade 2, which we announced at the Game Awards back in December. An incredible 3.5 million players have now experienced Senua's story.
I've beaten it 3 times, so I'm definitely looking forward to Hellblade 2.
We're excited to start giving you an insight into what comes next for our Celtic Warrior. An experience that we'll be building in Unreal Engine 5 for Xbox Series X and PC.
They'll be building, or are building.
I'm happy to reveal today that Senua's Saga will be set in the beautiful country of Iceland.
So they have nothing ready to show.
And you can find out more about our location scouting and how we've discovered the history of
Kind
our
of was
setting,
hoping that they were like
brand new
a couple years in development.
diary, which you can view straight after the show on the Ninja Theory YouTube channel.
So, Microsoft, you got something?
It's been so touching to see the impact
Something to showcase the
Hellblade's
Series
Senua
X?
Sacrifice has had on so many players, and we're incredibly thankful to all of the fans that have been part of Senua's
See,
story.
they got a
so
lot
far.
of weird games in
We're
development.
excited for you to be part of our development journey from here on out.
So far, I gotta say, Sony's PS5 one was better at this point.
What? Peter? Peter, he's been sitting there the whole time? Hey, who wrote the song? Peter. Oh, Peter. Fantastic work. Love the song. Very much. It's gonna be fun to sing it. Now it's time to rock. Shall we start rocking?
I don't care what people say. Jack Black's a pretty funny guy.
Probably been a long time since you've had a visitor. I hope you don't
Microsoft
mind
seems to have lost their
comments.
identity. Nintendo has family-friendly multiplayer. Sony does movie-like games. Xbox used to have online multiplayer and lockdown, but now what do you play Xbox for?
Where are we?
That's a good question. I mean, but at the same time, I don't mind the variety. I just don't like the lack of gameplay that we're not seeing.
Just a thought is all I've got. Now my cover's low at the bottom of a lake.
I never think of Jack Black as a singer either. When did they announce this thing anyway?
I started.
I mean, this isn't visually doing much for me either, like art style. Never played the original, I gotta be honest. Alright, that don't look terrible. This looks like something that would be on Nintendo or even Sony. This definitely doesn't look like a Microsoft style game. I personally don't like the art direction, but I don't know if is every level going to be different. I mean, if it's a good platformer, that's all that matters, but I feel like jumping ahead again.
They fill the holes I've had. Unlocking all my memories.
From the largest
Jumping.
publishers to the smallest independent developers to bring you the broadest variety of games ever. There is one developer in particular that is close to us, not just geographically, but in history too. I'm thrilled to announce that this fall, our friends at Bungie will bring Destiny 2 to Xbox Series X and Xbox Game Pass. If you are one of the more than 10 million Game Pass subscribers, you also get access to all current Destiny 2 expansions starting this September. For Game Pass Ultimate members, Destiny 2 will also be playable on mobile from the cloud. Later this year, Bungie will also release a new version of Destiny 2 that is optimized for Xbox Series X. 4K resolution running at 60 frames per second.
They shouldn't have to release
Here's
it.
an all-new look at Bungie's Destiny 2 Beyond
If you
Light.
have Destiny 2, we should just get it. And if companies are gonna re-release games and charge for them again, which I don't know about this one.
Things born out in the darkness.
This skip it.
Every moment brings them closer.
I just want to see if they got some
It's time to step beyond
the visual jump. Yeah, I forgot to say this in the beginning, but if companies are going to try to resell games,
are working on games
like
for Xbox Series
Control,
X,
for example,
to be able to collaborate with them. Xbox Series X will empower
if they're just going to, if I have a game and they promise all this backwards compatibility, enhancements, free enhancements, and developers start releasing a new game that takes advantage of the Series X,
being built to launch exclusively on Xbox consoles.
Then I'm just not going to support those companies, period. I mean, I love Control, but if they don't just give me a free upgrade for the PS5 when I get a PS5, I'm done supporting that company, because that's just not going to fly. Because on PC, I'm going to finish my thought. On PC, Control, they added ray tracing for free later on, and then they just added support for, was it DLSS or something 2.0, where you can run the game at 1080, but it will upscale it to 4K at almost no hit to performance. So it'd be like your graphics card, if it can run it at 1080 fine, then for like maybe a couple frames per second, you can have it, it's called system learning upscaling, super sampling, that's what the SS is. And basically it's as good as native 4K with no real hit to performance. They added that for free to the PC version. So if they don't add that kind of stuff for free to the PS5 version or Xbox Series X version, and they just want to resell you a game, and the backwards compatible version is just the basic version, then that's not going to fly with me. I'm just like Nintendo and reselling all their Wii U games at full price and all these old games, ports and remasters at $60. It's just not going to fly. So anyway. But as of right now, this shows like maybe a 6 out of 10. It is my destiny to never play that crap. Nice. Me too. Please, just show some fucking in-game gameplay, character perspective. I'm gonna start skipping every one that doesn't show gameplay. I mean, Microsoft, what first-party games have you released other than Gears 5 and Forza Horizon 4? Forza Horizon 4 came out in what, 2018? Gears 5 was last year, but I mean, Halo's coming out, but what else do you got? And they're saying they're going to build Hellblade 2 like it's not even started. Like, I'm a little concerned. Stalker 2 Retro was so pissed. I don't blame him. What, the lack of gameplay? Because him and I are kind of... He's a little more hardcore about that than me, but... Ooh, it's a console launch exclusive. Means it's coming to PC day one and then PS5 later. Again with the no gameplay though. Jesus Christ. Haven't seen a single captured on that Series X logo either. Okay, that looked intriguing, so show the fucking game. Oh, I don't even know what Warhammer is. What's this? Creators of SteamWorld? Really? They have a good relationship with Nintendo, and they got a console launch, console exclusive. This is the first game that's interested me, this whole presentation.
What we got? Another good-for-nothing space rock?
Just based on the image and form being involved.
Hold on, let me check.
Alright, is that what it looks like playing the game?
Find anything good?
Vex, you're not gonna
I skipped Tetris Effect? Oh no.
Ouch! What the?
I don't like that character design. Okay, some actual fucking gameplay. Wow, how many minutes are we in? 45 minutes, and this is the first gameplay other than Halo and whatever Grounded. I think that was probably some gameplay, but we've already seen that game. It's not, I mean, it's intriguing. The gunk, huh? Need to see more. That one's interesting, though. Regretting doing this live stream, though. It's just... I kind of thought they were gonna have something special, and I wanted to make sure I was there reacting to it, but
it all starts with a dead girl.
what about some of the stuff they revealed? Is this one of those games? Yeah, I think this is that game they showed.
The moon.
That CGI bullshit.
Pines.
Looked like it had some promise, though.
The gunshot. Every story has two sides.
Yeah, this is that same game.
A regular, rational one, but also a darker and deeper truth.
Alright, show us some fucking gameplay. Just show us a 5-minute demo, for Christ's sakes.
I can see both. Worse, I can live them.
Okay, we've seen this. Now show us more. There's hair turned blonde there.
Hello? Anyone there?
It's got a Resident Evil Silent Hill kind of vibe. See, that's what I thought when they showed it. I was like, well, that could be the solid state drive being used where you can flip back and forth from two different worlds instantly. So this looks actually really cool. And I kind of thought so from the first trailer once they got out of the CGI bullshit. Yeah, this looks pretty damn awesome, actually. Even in these headphones, the sound is really impressive in this game. The medium, so that's Series X on in Windows PC, so that's not, I'm sure, PS5 as well.
World premiere.
So that's not Xbox One, so please, I'd love another Tomb Raider. SEGA. What has SEGA got? Oh, this looks like Xenoblade Chronicles X. Phantasy Star Online. Looks very similar to like Xenoblade. Visually don't look that impressive, but yeah, that's definitely these guys played Xenoblade. I never played Phantasy Star, but it's interesting that this is like being shown at the Series X. But yeah, I mean, Xenoblade Chronicles 2 vibes like hardcore right now. Dragon Quest XI coming to Series X. It's interesting that they would even bother, but I'm not sure how this combat system works. It kind of looks like arts at the bottom. Running out of time here. And the medium is the best thing I've seen. Which is probably 2021, more likely 2022 though. Yeah, well, it came before Xenoblade, but did it look like that before Xenoblade? That looks straight out of Xenoblade. Alright, what is this? Call of Duty?
Global risk is scared of the weapon. You will become.
There's a Remedy, huh? Crossfire X campaign. Has this been announced before?
Destiny chose me to save this world. And I will see it done.
The Blacklist, we make our own path. We protect our own.
Can you protect me from fate?
Free to play, single player, not an Xbox Game Pass. Huh, I didn't know anything about this game. It looks pretty cool though. Doom's my favorite shooter there, Lightning.
Soon the entire world.
Nothing even comes close to Doom and Doom Eternal. I wonder what Remedy's involvement is, because that's not really their cup of tea.
Today, you saw 10 world premieres and 22 console launch exclusives. Game Pass members can play every game you have seen today from Xbox Game Studios and all of our partners.
Yeah, this is not impressive at all.
Free to play. This is just a peek at some of the new titles coming to Xbox Series X. And some of the games you already love and some you have yet to play will also
I really wanted to be wild, Microsoft. I really wanted
games
to.
Like Forza Horizon 4,
Wow, that
Gears
looks clean.
5, and Sea of Thieves. You'll get the next
I really wanted
upgrades
to
at no additional
pre-order
cost
that
when
Series
they launch.
X. I wanted to be
You can
so
expect a
excited
lineup
to
of
pre-order it.
Over 100 titles for
And
Xbox
this
Series
didn't
X
do
this
that. I mean,
holiday
the system
season.
still
With Series
got
X and
nice
Game
features.
Pass, Xbox is the place to play, and you are
But
at the center.
if I had to make a
everything we do.
choice,
Now, you may have noticed we didn't get to visit all of our Xbox Game Studios.
if I had to
today.
make the decision
That means
right
we'll
now,
have more to share later this
PS5
year.
or
But
Xbox
until
Series
then,
X,
here's one more thing.
there's still one question mark before the end. PlayStation 5 hasn't really detailed how the backwards compatibility and how games I own now, Last of Us Part 2, Resident Evil 2, games like that, what's going to happen when I put them in the PS5? Is it just going to play the PS4 Pro version? Or are there going to be some actual benefits that take advantage of the system? And then my 4K OLED that I have that supports 4K 120 frames per second via HDMI 2.1. If Sony answers that question and the price was the same, because of my 20 game collection of PS4 games, I would go with the PS5 right now. But I haven't seen this last
world premiere.
World premiere. Let's go. Xbox Game Studios. Alright, I'm gonna pause it. This is gonna be Fable. It's gotta be. Playground Games. Yep, this is the company that people were saying was working on Fable.
The world is filled with stories of legendary heroes.
Guessing it's just gonna be CGI though. Whatever it is. It's definitely Fable. All I know about Fable is that, what is it, Peter Molyneux overpromised. He promised a game that's probably not even technically possible today, with how you're going to be able to affect the world with your decisions.
Not all stories have
The dude was a salesman to the 10th degree, and the game wasn't even close to delivering that.
Yet to be written.
But that's all I know about Fable. Yeah, great. This is like Nintendo's E3 2017 Metroid Prime 4 announcement for a half hour, and then CGI trailers for 20 minutes, and then probably not even 10 minutes of gameplay. I don't know about a new graphics card. If you have a good CPU and a good PC, yeah, maybe a new graphics card, but at the same time, I don't love playing on my PC constantly. I mean, I play Rocket League just because it's the best version to play, but I really don't want a PC in my living room, and I don't really want to be in my basement constantly playing. Yeah, this was like, it was like Microsoft, you had a softball to hit here. You know, you didn't. Everyone's excited about the power and the smart delivery and cross-buy and Game Pass. All you had to do was show gameplay. I mean, that's all you had to do. You thought Xbox was better? Nah, I didn't. It wasn't like knockout punch for PS5. I think PS5 just gets a slight edge over this one. Still no price. Still no release date, so that's yet to come. All right. So Nintendo fans today say have low expectations. Wow. I mean, you kind of have to. I don't know what that video is about, but you kind of have to. Let's see. Let me read the Juice Loose chat for a bit. Retro got that direct feed footage from Microsoft themselves, not. Next, you're going to put up the N64 trees. Yeah, I mean, I gotta say, they didn't deliver for me. And I'm leaning towards the Series X at launch just because of some of the Xbox games that I want to play or want to play again. I'd love to play them with the, enhancements like Ori, 4K 120 frames per second. Yes, I mean, that's a selling point for me because I bought my TV specifically because it had those features, and I knew the new systems were coming out, and we're going to hopefully take advantage of that. And but I don't think I need it at launch. I mean, I just really don't. So I'm just typing something here. Nothing wowed me though. I mean, you guys, you know me. I'm not one to like get out of my chair and oh my god. But really, the best thing I seen was the medium. So let's see. The best next gen option is going back to previous gens and seeing what hackers, modders are doing with them. Bases were loaded and Xbox got to walk to the next base. Barely passes. Yeah, both conferences were 6 out of 10. Did I miss Stalker 2? I heard that got announced. Never played. Yeah, it was announced, but I don't even know what Stalker 1 is, and that's the one that was all CGI. Nintendo needs to do now is show Breath of the Wild, Metroid Prime 4, Bayonetta 3, 3D Mario remasters, and more, and they'll be fine. Yeah. I don't think Nintendo has anything, honestly. I think they have 3D Mario remasters for the holiday. That's what I think they have. I hope they prove me wrong, but so yeah, maybe a 6.5. I don't know. I have to think about it more. Not what I was hoping for, to be honest. Probably going to wait. Probably not going to buy a new system this year. Unless Sony comes out and announces their backwards compatibility and free enhancements and all that. And I can get a decent price for my PS4 Pro trade-in. Then I'd probably... And I don't know if you're joking, but I think the DualSense controller is a huge selling point for the PS5. At least we'll get a few games like Gravity Rush 2 used gyro extensively. I'm thinking almost every game's going to use the triggers and the haptics. So right then and there you got at least something, more than just visuals, and the possibilities with the 3D audio, if they get that for me as an audiophile. I mean, that's exciting. Hopefully they get it done and it's good. Because PS5 is backwards compatible 100%, but do the PS4 games take advantage of the PS5? That's what's yet to be cleared up. The CPU has the PS4 built in, like specs built into it. It's in the heart. It's on the system level. It's in the silicone. So the backwards compatibility is there, but does it give you anything other than playing the game like you're playing on your base PS4 or your PS4 Pro? Because, I mean, I'm probably going to pick up Ghost of Tsushima. Last of Us Part 2, I'm near the end, but I could see myself playing that again. I definitely could continue my Resident Evil 2. Control, I'd love to play that again if that takes advantage of the new hardware. The Series S at around $300. Yeah. I still wouldn't buy any of the next at launch. It would be too expensive. I'm thinking $500 for Microsoft and Sony. I think they're both going to be $500. Yeah, they're having a game of chicken. Straight rip, Trizzy. Who else has a touchpad on their controller? Who at this point, who has a mic and a speaker in their controller? What I see is them picking up the torch. Nintendo dropped the torch. Sony picked it up and they're running with it. As a Nintendo fan, I'm finding it pretty hard to understand why you guys and gals aren't more excited for the DualSense, other than the fact that Naughty Dog's probably not going to utilize it to its fullest, and maybe the majority of the games won't, but at the same time the possibility's there. Nintendo letting these cool innovations just die. They just use them for 1 or 2 generations and then they forget about them. I mean, what does the Switch Pro controller have over any of the other controllers out there? Nothing. The HD Rumble on the Switch Pro controller isn't shit compared to the Joy-Cons. It's a decent rumble, but it's not as good as the Xbox One's controller with the trigger rumble. And having a microphone, speaker, touchpad, the haptics, and whatever the adaptive triggers are, that, like I said, that's picking up the torch of a lot of Nintendo's innovations, and they're still carrying it on into the 9th generation. Whereas Nintendo's kind of getting away from that, and Xbox is completely away from that. So to me, that's a huge deal. Just that Astrobot or whatever demo that comes with the system actually showcases the controller better than Nintendo did with the Joy-Cons. They wanted you to pay $50 for a little minigame, 10-minute minigame collection thing to know what the Joy-Cons could do. And Sony's giving it built into the system, and he said, more than a couple hour experience that looks like an Odyssey meets 3D World and utilizes the controller. I mean, everyone's got their own opinions, but I'm just shocked that Nintendo fans aren't happier that Sony's kind of carrying the torch of controllers innovations. Not really, they're not innovating, but they're continuing previous innovations and not just going with the standard controller. So that's why, to me, it's a pretty big deal. Well, yeah, I mean, Jeff Keighley's an idiot. He's acting like that was the first time, but what does that have to do with the controller itself and Sony doing something that I didn't think Sony or Microsoft would do, is continue to push gyro, which I didn't even mention, has gyro, has a touchpad, has a speaker, has a microphone, has what's basically going to be HD rumble, and it has adaptive triggers. We'll find out what that means. Even if they only use it for a couple games, I mean, Nintendo doesn't use... What did they use the gamepad for? They didn't use it for Smash. They didn't use it for Donkey Kong. They barely used it for Mario Kart 8. Pikmin 3 was best played with a Wii remote and nunchuck. The gamepad stuff was actually annoying. Bayonetta 2 didn't use the gamepad. I mean, that's platinum, but still, some of the best games. 3D World used it a little bit. So don't act like Nintendo doesn't do the same thing. It's those couple special times that it gets used that makes it worth having, but then at the same time, they keep putting gyro in there. At some point, I guess I'm just hopelessly optimistic. id Software, Doom, they're going to be like, you know what, they keep putting it in there. You know, let's put it in Doom Eternal. Let's put it in Doom 3. Like, I'm just hoping. I mean, not saying it's going to happen. I'm really hoping. It's there, so the potential for it to be used is a million times higher than if it wasn't there. So that's just what I'm saying. But anyway, I'm going to end the stream, and I'm disappointed. I didn't have super high expectations, but I thought there'd be 2 like wow moments, and there wasn't. Halo Infinite looks like Halo with cleaner visuals. Nothing impressive, nothing gameplay wise that looked even remotely interesting. Yeah, I guess I don't see that as utilizing. Nintendo doesn't even utilize the fucking Joy-Cons other than what, Odyssey, ARMS, Mario Party, Ring Fit. I mean, it's those once in a while games. So it's just, I mean, that's just the way it is. It's not just Sony. It's not, you know, even though Sony uses them a little bit less, I would say. Like Naughty Dog probably never utilizes any of that stuff when they should. They use the shaking of the controller when your flashlight batteries are getting low. But anyway, I guess I'm going to call it. And we'll be back on Monday. We'll be talking all about it with everybody, getting everybody's impressions. I'm guessing retros is going to be pretty bad from the little bit I read in the chat. So thanks for everybody for tuning in, and we'll see you next time. Peace.